CROSSFIRE. My name is Dapo Banjo. Today is Thursday, the 13th of October, 2016. And as usual, we're bringing you a package that is really very solid, that is really very thick. When I say very thick, I mean we have fantastic stories, the type that will get you informed and enlightened. You will know exactly what is going on here. Nigeria is going through a recession period. The federal government is promising that in a very short time, the recession will be over. So Nigerians are actually waiting for more policies and so many other things that the government really want to do to ensure that the country gets out of this as quickly as possible. Welcome once again, and we will quickly go through a couple of stories that are making headlines. And then when we come back after our short break, we will be addressing something that is really very interesting today. Now, you will remember that precisely on the 6th of October, something really very dramatic happened in a particular school in the city of Ekpe, in the Ekpe area of Lagos. 6 persons were adopted in a secondary school, in a school where, they were taken away by suspected ex-Ijaw militants, and they have since been released and reunited back with their parents. And as a matter of fact, we don't really know how much of money was actually paid as ransom to be able to get these people back. There was a particular child who fell ill, even while still in the hands of the kidnappers. And as a matter of fact, the parents had to say, any amounts that you really want, we will pay to just get our child back. Now, because of this, the Lagos state government has assured that it will not spare anything until it gets rid of criminal activities and criminal elements in the state. And in a statement signed by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Steve Ayoride, the statement urged residents to be more vigilant and security conscious and report all suspected persons, to appropriate security agencies. So the state is doing everything to ensure, because it happened in the Ikorodu area and it has happened in the Ekpe area. That means it's very common to the waterine, the very riverine area, the water, area. So all schools that are very close to this vicinity should probably, step up security in those areas. All right. President Buhari received the report of Nigerian Economic Summit yesterday. There was an economic summit that has been going on. So President Muhammad Buhari has received the report of the 22nd Nigerian Economic Summit, from the organizers. Now, Chairman of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, Mr. Yari Bukar, presented the report to President Buhari yesterday at the close of the event. Now, the report was received on behalf of the President by the Minister of Budget and National Planning, that's Senator Udo Udoma. President Buhari said the federal government would do everything to ensure a long-term national development plan before the end of 2016. So everybody is looking forward to a robust time with the Buhari-led administration. If all that they have promised Nigeria, especially the change mantra that ushered them into governance, we are all waiting. Now, lastly, let's quickly take this one. Federal government approved 700 million for completion of abandoned projects. A lot of people receive this particular story amidst a lot of emotions, thinking that there is a big recession, but government is releasing money for repair work to be carried out in some of the abandoned federal secretariats, like in Anambra State, Bayelsa, Gombe, Nasarawa, Osun, and Zamfara State. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Rajifashola, said this yesterday in Abuja while briefing newsmen on the outcome of the FEC meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari. So Mr. Fashola said funds for the completion of the Secretariat project, which have been abandoned since 2012, has been captured already in the 2016 appropriation bill. So the minister also said the council approved the completion of the abandoned 10 megawatts wind farm power project in Katsina State. So we're beginning to see a couple of effort from the government to ensure that they bring succor to the current sufferings of the people in Nigeria. At this point, we'll quickly go on a short break. When we come back, we definitely will be looking at something really very interesting, and that is arrest of judges. Is this an attack on the judiciary, or this is a job well done by the Buhari-led administration? My name is Dapo Banjo. We'll go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll have our guests in the studio, and then we focus on the topic of today. We'll be right back after now. All right, we're back and it's still Crossfire. And my name is Dapo Banjo. I have a very interesting gentleman. He's been on our show a couple of times and he's back here today. We're still expecting someone to join us in the course of the show. But let's quickly meet the guest in the studio. He's a good friend. I love his analysis and that's why we bring them to you most of the time. Ivan, how are you doing? Ivan Avi. Good morning. Good to have you back on our show.
Good morning, Dakbo. Good to have you too. Good morning, viewers at home.
All right.
By the way, today is my birthday.
Yes, I'm going there now. Why did you allow the cat to jump out of the bag? Or you allowed the bag to jump out of the car? Happy birthday to you, Avan.
Thank you very much.
And I mean, it's a very wonderful time that you are actually marking the morning of your birthday on the show.
Yes,
and we wish you a very merry day. I almost said a Merry Christmas. A very happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
And many happy returns of the day.
Thank you very much.
All right.
It's good to be back here.
Great to be back. I don't want to go too far away from the topic of today, but when we come back, I'm going to be asking you a question. Now, corruption is in the judiciary was based on our intelligence gathering and alert from informants and petitions. Now, the DSS said this. It is not based on the perception of Nigerians because Nigerians are perceiving, or the perception is that this is another witch hunt. So when all of these things tailed the judges in a few months. For instance, we started probing one of the 7 judges in detention since the Ramadan period of 2015 when we got sufficient intelligence on him, bordering on over 500 million bribe. And so the DSS said we invited him, and then the judge was given a copy of our report on him. By the time he read it, halfway, he prostrated, held the leg of the security chief, Lawan Daura, and begged for forgiveness. And this was captured, by the way, while he was still reeling on the floor. It was captured in a video. And so the DSS have an evidence. Now, as a matter of fact, this is really very challenging. 2 more judges held by, at the DSS, and they've frozen their accounts. Now, arrest of more judges, have been claimed that it will threaten the harmony in the Judicial Council. Unfortunately, I mean, this is the case that we have at hand. But before I take your comment on, on our focus today, the arrest of the judges, is this a direct attack on the judiciary, or this is a job well done? Do we give credit to the government for having narrowed down to the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari said this about 7-8 months ago, that his major problem is the judiciary. And this happens to be playing out. I think ever since then, they've been doing a due diligence to investigate and have enough evidence to be able to use against them. But quickly, before we go on, what happened in Edo? It didn't go your way, Avan. It didn't go your way. It didn't go your way. I don't think that election in Edo State favored you.
The question you're asking is a dicey one because, the position we took.
Yes. When you say we took, what are you talking about?
Me, myself, and some other persons that reason the way I do, that believe in the...
Your party?
It's not a party. I don't belong to any party. Okay. I'm not a party person. Okay. I am just interested because I am a stakeholder in the state. Okay. You understand? What we told some political party, we X-ray before the primaries. Yeah. We X-ray all the aspirants, in each of the parties, and told the political party, if you pick this, you have a brighter chance of winning the election. So the PDP...
So your advice actually went to APC, PDP, yes, Labour,
especially
all the political parties.
The front liners, the political party, the PDP, the APC, Labour, ABGA. You understand? Yeah. The PDP, in their own wisdom, refused our advice. And the election went the way we predicted.
The APC, did they take your advice?
The APC on their own, though they took our advice because their candidate, the candidate that they presented, seemed to have that what we envy, what we like our leaders to have. Okay. That knowledge of due process, corporate governance. But when you come from an institution or a background that have this knowledge or practice of due process and corporate governance, chances are that you will make a good leader. you make a good governor.
All right.
That is just it.
So the Edo people should get ready for better governance. They should get ready for, that Edo state will move forward. As Godwin Obaseki,
yes, immediately after some event, the thought before event normally change or is shaping by the occurrence of that event.
Exactly.
So the Edo election has come and gone. We, the stakeholders, the Edo people, you understand, we are interested in the state moving forward.
Okay.
We are not interested in which
So you are putting your weight, as it were, behind whatever candidate emerge.
We need to, from now, put Governor Obaseki on his toes. Okay. Because he made series of promises. Okay. We don't want those promises to just end at that level of promises alone.
Not just campaign promises.
That is it. If he needs to look out and look out for people that will assist him to be able to make those promises to becoming a reality. Okay. Because it is only when electoral promises are transformed to realities that the populace, the people will enjoy. You understand? So that is where our focus is. That's where our interest is. We are not interested in who becomes the governor, but I am interested in the ability of that who becomes governor to transform promises into reality. Into reality. That is where we are interested in.
What's your perception of the electoral process in Edo State? Do you think it was credible, transparent, free, fair?
Well, there is not one clear-cut sentence to describing what happened in Edo State. I am happy that no life was lost. Okay. The election went very peacefully against all prediction of calamity, that there will be dead, there will be dead. Militants have been important to Edo State. So we are happy in that regard. But the election, so many persons have the reservation about the processes, the process that...
Because it didn't go their way, it can't go everybody's way anyway.
Of course, yes. Anyway. It was but that largely there was peace during the election and after the election. We are happy about it.
All right, fantastic. All right, at this point, we'll quickly go on our first break. When we come back, we'll be discussing in full, in detail, arrest of judges. Is this a direct attack on the judiciary, or it's actually a job well done by the Buhari-led administration? We'll be right back after now. All right, we're back, and thanks for staying with us. It's Crossfire on channel 57 on our terrestrial platform. This is Wazobia Max, and it's Thursday, 13th of October in 2016. We told you before we went on that break that we'll be discussing in full judges' arrest. Is this a direct attack on the judiciary, or this is another very great step that the Buhari-led government has taken? I have Julius Hayola in the studio. Is a barrister and is one of our very good analysts. Every time when we have hot, burning issues like this, that's when we always try to, bring people like that to the show. All right, welcome to Crossfire this morning. Good to have you on set.
Happy to be here.
Now, gentlemen, we have a very serious matter to deal with, and we don't have so much time, as it were. But let's quickly talk about judges' arrest. What is happening in the judiciary? Avan.
My take on the arrest of judges, there is I have mixed feelings about it, because personally, I detest corruption. I don't like it in any form. And anything that will uproot corruption from this country, I am for it. Okay. But there's a caveat. It is better to look for, to have a good method so that the intention will be achieved. Because when you are using a wrong method, the intention for the operation or the process, the intention, the objectives will not be achieved. Okay. You understand? Because now we've arrested the judges. We understand that there are so many different opinions. Legal luminaries and others having different opinions. Some are saying the DSS are biased. He says Sage, the chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee on Anti-Corruption, said the DSS have rights. You see Michael Zekome is saying the DSS has no case, has no business with corruption cases and all that. The truth is, when you disregard due process and achieve a result, you end up creating a very powerful man rather than creating a powerful system. You understand? So you destroy the system to achieve your result. What if that man is no longer in power? So what happened to the system? You see, we'll fall back. We'll fall back again. So we should, at all time, endeavor to do things right, to do the right thing right.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. So it's like we are doing the right thing wrongly. Okay. In this instance.
Okay,
so that is my take.
All right, Julius, you're a barrister.
Well, for me,
is the judiciary corrupt?
Nigeria is corrupt, and we should stop isolating issues. Nigeria is a corrupt country, and Nigerians are very corrupt people. Not all of them, but at least most of us are corrupt in some ways. Corruption needs to be defined properly. Okay. See, corruption is not actually or necessarily involved in you taking money or any chattel belonging to the public, you know. Corruption could be also when you manipulate the system. Okay. Every Nigerian that drives on our road, I mean, let me not say every Nigerian, generally, most Nigerians, they violate traffic laws. That is corruption. When they are arrested, they look to the last man. When they beg him, he's not bulging. They see him as being proud. They even insult him. Useless man. You carry work for it. So if he bulges, you give him money. That's corruption. So it does not have to deal only with judiciary. We should discuss corruption in the light of Nigeria. Okay? Judiciary is corrupt. Executive is corrupt. Legislature is corrupt. Every Nigerian perhaps has some level of corruption tendencies in them. In him, rather. As far as the judge's arrest is concerned, I find it so embarrassing, but not surprised. Because, like Mr. Evans said, Nigerians enjoy when things are done the wrong way. You see an average policeman on the road holding a horsewhip or a club in his hand. To club who? He wants to arrest Okada riders who are driving against the run of traffic or who are driving on prohibited areas. He would want to arrest them with a club. He has a club in his hand. At the end of the day, he ends up running them into accident and they die. So the question is, your method of doing what you want to do is not commensurate with what you do. It's not corrective, it's destructive, you know. So there's no wisdom, in my humble opinion, for the DSS to go to residence of judges, and I see it as an harassment. Okay? Now, my question is why? Why do you think it's an harassment? Are they not citizens like you and me? If DSS can go to the house of an executive member of government, you know, or they go to other public office holders who have been alleged to have participated in one corruption deal or the other, or corrupt practices have been traced to them, or there's a fraud that is being perpetrated somewhere, and they are being arrested. What is making the arrest of, what is making the arrest of judges sacred? It's not that the arrest is sacred. Anybody can be arrested, be you who, no matter how highly placed or lowly placed, anybody can be arrested. But you must know that law is a combination of law and morality. So law as law is separate from law and morality. So you see that the two are more or less having some level of intersection. The reason why the arrest is wrong is because by our law and by convention, judges have raised in their favor a high level of evidence of good character. Morals. They have evidence, they have this gap of good character. You can't go to the Oba of Lagos and say you have a warrant of arrest and you break down his door. There's no wisdom in that. Now they have been arrested, they are not charged. The charging, their charges are deferred. And people have been making reference to what happened in America, sting operation in China. In all those countries, when they are arrested, instantly they are charged. Now you are not charging them. They have been given administrative bail. So does it mean that you want to arrest them and still investigate? That means if you are giving them bail and they are not getting court bail, it means that you are not ready. You don't have evidence. It means you have acted on someone else's prompting. Just to paint a scenario that the government is fighting corruption. What we are doing is a jamboree. I think we are making noise. We're not doing anything. I think I disagree with you a little because for the main fact that DSS went after the judges. They cannot go after judges. They don't have that right. They don't have it underscores the fact that
What is the scope of work? There is a particular set of people that cannot be arrested.
Why did they go after you or go after me?
If you don't take time in this country, civil defense will come to your house and arrest you. Boy Scout will arrest you.
No, but whoever...
Before they went after the judges.
Are you aware that
there's an element of corruption against them? You understand?
Hold on,
the only thing I'm against is the process, is the method that they are adopting. That they arrested them, there's no big deal about it. They can be arrested. The judges are not in Nigeria. They don't have to perhaps the gap of dignity and the gap of anti-corruption that they want is pretense.
Let's put
a judge of the Supreme Court because you claim to be DSS.
Okay, what
is it? What are you trying to establish?
Okay. Ayola, let me quickly say this. There are information in the public place that the raid, on judges.
The raid is even an unfortunate word. Stop using that word.
Okay, the arrest.
How do you go raid judges?
Okay, the arrest. Okay. Hold on, Avan. The arrest of judges by the DSS probably has strained the relationship between a couple of the investigative bodies and the judiciary. For instance, I'm saying this, a lot of petitions over time have been written against alleged corrupt judges. And EFCC has been penned not to have acted on many of those petitions. Hence the need for another form of investigative body like DSS coming into play to say, if you are not bold enough to do this, we can. And so they are coming
enough to do what?
The corruption level in Nigeria has
bold enough to do what?
Excuse me.
You are still sounding like the arrest on judges is illegal.
In Nigeria
no, that's exactly how.
Excuse me. The corruption level in Nigeria has grown to an extent that it requires
Is that the reason why you value the law?
It requires some form of
state. Give yourself room to talk.
Outside,
let me hear from Avan. Let us hear from Avan.
Outside the routine operation. Okay. You understand?
Yeah.
Though I understand that I didn't believe or agree with what they did.
Why?
Because one, there are some school of thought that they say if they actually had a warrant of arrest and search warrant, that those warrants are supposed to be executed between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on the day. You understand? So they went there. So the DSS carried out the operation and give room for people to criticize them. You understand?
No, see. Whatever it takes you,
because they want to corruption.
Whatever it takes me to catch up with somebody that is a suspect, whichever hour of the day I choose to make my arrest, should not. All I need to do is
outside the
I'm
law.
not concerned about the propriety of the warrant.
You don't have power to do it outside the law.
Hold on. Ceasefire, gentlemen. Let's quickly go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with this conversation. You don't want to go nowhere? We'll be right back.
My name is Aya Thompson.
I'm Benga Bora.
Olive Emodi.
Join me on today's edition of Taste It.
Hello, Nigeria. Welcome to the Taste It segment of the show. Never ever leave the show.
I find it difficult to discipline my daughter. Give the Lord and I will.
Thanks so much for having me. It's good to be here.
Is this how your forefathers dress?
Yes. Haven't you seen about Macaulay on the coin of one Naira
About
coin?
Macaulay.
It was like this.
Constant stimulation.
What age did you start playing the saxophone?
I started playing the sax at the age of 4.
Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Nigeria.
Showing on Wazobia Max.
Boost your business. Grow your customers with our affordable advert rates on radio and television. Wazobia Max free TV starting from 5,000 Naira. For Lagos, call 01-2710-244-7. You can email info@wazobiamax.ng.
During your wedding day, if you do fasting.
Tomorrow, this all where I don't pay money. I swear to JJ, I'll collect my money back.
Oh, really?
Really? Oh, I don't need your English, you're not pidgin, I want that. Robo. What's up, Robo?
When I say Kwasidi, now so now.
Saying that. You don't know the group. You don't know your group. What is the name of this group?
Come on, 5 o'clock when I was here since. Come on, enter here.
All right, now most of what they cost most of the now fuel. Federal government try.
Man, that then the jealous part.
Street Yarn, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. on Wazobia Max.
All right, we're back, and it's still Crossfire on Channel 57, Wazobia Max. This is our UHF platform. Yes, our UHF platform. We've been talking to Avan Ave and Julius Ayola, and we've been talking about the arrest of judges. Both of you seems to differ in opinion. What government has done. I still want us to get this message out there. Is this a direct attack on the judiciary?
It is.
Or you feel that this is the right step in the right direction? Ayola seems to feel that no, it is a terrible step.
It's a terrible step in a terrible direction.
I don't think it's entirely an attack on the judiciary.
In a terrible direction.
And at the same time, it's not entirely an operation that will be hailed by the majority of Nigerians.
Okay.
You understand? One, because there are other people that are corrupt, even more than the judges.
Okay.
Corruption in whichever form has the same effect. You understand? We have some highly placed military personnel that have properties all over the world. We had news about them, but nothing happened. No arrest, no invitation to any of the law enforcement agencies and all that. Okay. You understand? So, the government is carrying on as if they are giving this room for people to doubt their intention, to doubt the sincerity of their intention. I quite agree that if corruption has to be killed in Nigeria, the government
it has to call no sacrifice. I have a question.
No reasonable Nigerian would say that corruption should not be killed in Nigeria. But we are concerned about you setting a terrible precedent. We have laws in this country.
Okay.
These laws are sufficient. In fact, Nigeria has the highest number of laws on corruption in West Africa. Now, with these laws, why are you not getting it right? The reason is very simple. Systemic failure.
Okay.
You don't put people who have no legal acumen, no legal knowledge in such department of the state, and you want to achieve results. It's not possible. You have law in Nigeria. You have law enforcers who do not even know the law they enforce.
Like the head of DSS should actually be a lawyer.
I wouldn't know, but
probably a lawyer and a police or a police officer who studied law.
Lawyer, but
so that you don't infringe on people's fundamental human rights when you're carrying out.
Prompt in Nigeria, unlike FBI, I'm coming. In Nigeria, like FBI and the CIA,
yes,
Nigerian law enforcers are always prompted to do what is right.
Okay.
Are you telling me that the DSS have not been aware of what they are doing now? Is this a new trend? So why would you go to a judge's house with mammoth of policemen when the judge is not a common criminal? If you were
so
going
it's
to
only common criminals that can be arrested like that.
If you were going to arrest a shekau, you can go with a battalion.
You should go with dignity. If you
are going to arrest a shekau,
they should be arrested with dignity.
Not with dignity.
Okay.
Judges, judiciary is not the younger brother of the executive.
Okay.
They are equal organ of government.
Okay.
And their equality is contained in our constitution.
Okay.
The NJC is the body set up by our constitution to deal with judges who are erring judges.
Okay.
You need to.
But the arrest was actually authorized by the Chief Justice of the Federation.
That's not true.
See, if we want to wait for the NJC, my brother.
Oh, so
because corruption has eaten
digital
fabric. Now, anything that is not done properly, you understand?
Okay.
If you see, it's laughable. For one, you want to deal with corruption. You are using corruption to kill corruption. Is it possible?
You cannot be lawless.
You cannot kill corruption corruptly.
And you want to enforce law. It's not done anywhere in the world.
It will be more corrupt to try to stop corruption by corrupt means.
Okay.
That is it, because any subversion of due process amount to corruption.
That no matter how good intention your acts are, once they violate the constitution, there's a problem.
Okay, now we are saying that, okay, maybe everything could be wrong, probably wrong about the arrest of the judges. Yes. Now, but DSS have done investigation and they have evidence against this. The judges that have been arrested, about 7 of them.
Why are they not charged?
Hold on, about 7 of them. And we have information that, okay, like 15 exotic cars and some very huge, amount of money were carted away from from their houses. And it ranges in foreign currencies, and all from the gods.
The promise is that they are going to be charged.
That is the story
by next week
from the government.
Okay.
We are not privileged to know what the judges are saying. I can't come to a conclusion because they are saying they found $20 million in that place. How did they count it? Did they go there with the counting machine? How come their figure was so exact? $20 million. That's about 5 billion naira. Who does that?
Yes.
So how did they count it? Did they go with the counting machine? And when were they counting it? When they were also making us outside, they were counting the money inside.
Like I just said,
it's highly preposterous.
Now, but don't you think that DSS would have done due diligence before making this information?
Due diligence, then these judges to be charged to court. Look, NJC just recommended Justice Awuta of the Kano High Court for prosecution to tell you the NJC is doing what is right. You can't just bring your petition because you have lost a case and you expect the NJC to do your bidding. It's not done. If your petition is not sound enough, NJC will throw it away.
Okay.
How the petition be sound enough?
Look,
my brother.
You can't bring a petition because you have lost an election. There are windows if you have lost an election.
If you lose an election, and it is very clear,
there are windows.
You cannot throw out a petition because of technicality.
There are windows.
Because the effect of that action, the effect of the action.
You will exploit the windows allowed.
Now, gentlemen, hold on. The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, SAN.
Yes.
Yesterday, just yesterday, attested to the arrest and justified the arrest of the judges.
It's very unfortunate that the AG
justified.
It's very unfortunate that the AG speaks like he's not the chief law officer of Nigeria. He's not a lawyer to the federal government. Is the chief law officer of Nigeria.
What will you say when you have other legal authorities like Femi Falana? Talking favorably about
legal luminaries who feels that this is the right.
The judges invited what
I don't know what you mean by legal luminaries. Legal luminaries cannot circumvent the law.
By getting involved in some corrupt practices
set up by the Constitution to investigate any petition against any judges. Go do that first.
And that is what they have been doing. And that is what they have been doing over the time.
They have not done it. They have not done anything.
It's growing.
That you're crying blue man does not mean there's more than.
Corruption is growing. It's growing about in the judiciary.
Justice Awuta, Justice Samia of Sokoto, all these judges have been dismissed. And in the case of Awuta, it was even recommended by NJC for police prosecution. Do you know why? Because there was intelligence before prosecution. When you come to the press, you raise so much noise. What you are doing is jamboree. In fact, all your evidence that you might even need to use against each other, they are flying away. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. What we are doing is we're just doing carnival of mediocrity.
Pretending to be fighting corruption.
Carnival of mediocrity.
Wait,
my own take is before DSS will go after anybody in this manner.
Why would DSS?
My brother,
go after who?
My brother,
is to deal with internal security of Nigeria.
But do you know
what is the job of the police?
The actions of the judges negate the internal security.
How do you mean?
Because
how do you mean?
The election cases.
Can you expatiate?
Okay, let him. Let's allow him.
Election is a process for choosing leaders.
Yes.
And when people circumvent this process, get people buy votes and all that, and buy even judges from the tribunal.
Don't say buy judges. Don't use that language.
That is what happened.
Okay. Which of the judges do you have confirmation that he was bought? Just give me one example.
But there are petitions out there against many of them.
Let me learn.
They can be frivolous.
Investigated and a report comes out. You should not make a far-fetched conclusion that a judge is corrupt.
I wanted to prove to you that the activities involved by these judges negate the internal security of the state.
What are the activities? The one you have been told, or the one you know?
When you circumvent the process.
Which process are you talking about?
The people's choice as a leader.
Which process are you talking about?
Was not thrown up eventually.
Therefore,
now the only
Supreme Court will not be arrested because
the last hope of the common man.
Yes.
Is the court.
Yes.
From the tribunal.
And yet we don't seem
to relate to election. And if the court are not doing what is right,
and if there is enough, if there's ample evidence that now the process of the litigation down to Supreme Court was breached as a result of the compromise of judges who are supposed to be the custodian of law, who are supposed to act and say, yes, this, who are supposed to be upright.
You are not supposed to be above
okay, gentlemen.
Because the DSA now have...
Hold on, gentlemen.
They said some of these judges were even captured on tape.
Which okay,
okay.
All we have seen, all we have seen from the DSS is a list, maybe I won't say manufactured by them, a list saying just so and so.
Yes.
They didn't show us the money.
Okay.
They didn't show us the money. I don't believe that.
Okay. Maybe they will present that against them in the court of law. When they get to court. All right, gentlemen and people who are watching us at home, you can be a part of this show. All you need to do is pick up your phone and you can reach us on 277. That's 01 277 8195, and our toll-free number is 080 000 266 588. I take that again, 080 000 266 588. And then you can let us know how you feel even on our social media. You can follow us on Facebook. And what all you need to do is to just go to Wazobia Max CROSSFIRE. And then you'll be able to get us. And then you can follow us on Twitter too at Wazobia Max. That is WMax_CROSSFIRE. And be a part of the show. All right. You can make your contribution. Now, gentlemen, let's go on here. Now, the legislative arm of the government has been under fire for quite a while. We know how much, has been going down with the 8th Assembly ever since they inaugurated it. We know a couple of things that has characterized, a lot of arrests of people who held public offices and who have been alleged to have participated in one corrupt deal or the other. Well, the popular, Hams deal, led by Sabo Danzuki, is still trending and it's still ongoing. Even UN intervened in recent times and all of that. Yeah. Now, but the point here is that, where is this taking us? Don't forget, you said something about, the three arms of government existing on an equal pedestal, the executive, the judiciary, and even the legislative. Now, if really and truly, are you saying, Barrister, that DSS or probably EFCC cannot arrest a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
What I've said is very simple.
Okay.
The DSS can arrest anyone threatening the internal security of Nigeria.
Okay, threatening the internal security, not that it's corrupt.
However, should they have reasons to believe that a particular person is equally corrupt, but not threatening the internal security of Nigeria, there should be interagency relationship.
Okay.
You package whatever evidence you've got to ICPC or the EFCC or the police under Section 4, they have a right to arrest anybody.
Okay.
But to use DSS on judges, even if they are supposedly corrupt, is an affront on our democracy.
Okay, so if EFCC has done this, no problem.
Of course.
If ICPC has probably done this, no problem.
Because
by constitution, they've been empowered to actually do this.
Are you aware that series of petitions have been written against these judges?
Okay, now
this EFCC,
allegedly.
And the EFCC acted.
What you are telling me now?
The EFCC, the police, and the ICPC seems to be subsumed even in the corruption.
You understand? EFCC are not up to their responsibility. Is that what you're saying?
As long as that body is in Nigeria and they are manned by Nigerians,
okay,
you agree that most Nigerians have this element of corruption in them. Even when you are in Nigeria and you don't want to play the Nigerian way, the system will edge out. You will not operate.
Nigeria has a systemic problem.
It is subversion of due process.
If you go to our ministry,
the Nigerian way is to subvert the due process. You go to ministry, you go to government offices like NAFDAC and FRS. I had some engagement with FRS. You see everybody that works in those offices. Okay. They expect brown envelope from you.
Okay. Barrister. Barrister.
That which you have been personally do. So that is the level of corruption in this country.
Okay.
That we need.
Avan, Punch reported why the AGF did not take these cases back to EFCC.
Yes.
And rather channel it through DSS.
Because the purpose of going to the DSS is to humiliate and harass them. Because at the end of the day, if they are
don't you think if this humiliation and suppose harass,
what they have done is designed to harass, to intimidate the judiciary.
Finish it to intimidate innocent people. Are they innocent?
Look.
I know they are presumed innocent or proving guilty, but there's element of corruption leveled against you.
According to who? Element of corruption. According to who? According to who?
The DSS have
they don't have the competence to say anybody is corrupt.
Through intelligence.
Their job is to investigate, package the evidence, and go to the court.
And take them to court.
They don't have the competence to say anybody is corrupt.
Okay, gentlemen, another angle to this is that.
I will judge who is supposed to be above board.
Hold on.
How do you come to that conclusion? That a judge who is supposed to be above board. How did you come to that conclusion? That a judge who is supposed to be above board is not above board? How do you know?
Okay, let's ceasefire. How do you know?
Killing people.
How do you know?
Let's ceasefire. I'm coming back to ask. Hello, Jerry, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I said you should ceasefire.
Okay. They have ceasefire. All right.
Okay.
Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning. I don't know if any of you actually saw the parading of those who kidnapped the central bank governor. They paraded them with the money they say they actually collected
from them.
The demand that they met.
Yes, the ransom. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. They invaded Akwa Ibom State government house. They invaded a house in Abia State. The Taraba State is it government house now. And like these judges' houses now that they break down and enter and all that. Yeah. Should they make this thing clear to us that it's not a propaganda as usual, by also coming out, mentioning the name of the man who owns those 15 vehicles, they are attached to him and parade him as well, because we are talking about treating them the same way they treat the common Nigerians. They should parade them also with the money they recover as well and attach it to the person. We know that, yes, this is the money. The man can no longer deny that this money does not belong to him. Because to me, it looks to me that the election was won with propaganda, and then they want to rule with propaganda. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Jerry. I mean, that ended on a very sarcastic note, But let's take this other call. Hello, good morning. Hello, Balaho.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, great. Let's take your comment.
Okay, my comment now is about...
Oh, we lost that call. Please call us back. Now, I mean, the point here is that if this arrest is actually an infringement on the fundamental human right of the judges...
I have not said
hold on. I am saying, if really it is wrong in itself for DSS to have arrested them, so it is assumed that this is an infringement on their fundamental human right. It isn't?
It's not.
It's not. Oh, okay. So how do you? Wait, hold on. I need him to hold on, Havan. Okay.
The mere fact under our law.
Yes.
The mere fact.
So what? I need you to answer the question. What is it
that is wrong about?
That is wrong about it.
What is wrong about it?
Yes.
Is the manner.
Is the fact that they are judges?
No.
And they have
the manner.
They have immunity.
At one point in time,
don't have immunity.
I'm coming. At one point in time, do you break down a door when you are executing a search warrant? At what point in time Does it mean that
when you're not granted access to the facility? When you're not granted access to the facility.
Does it mean that when you have a search warrant, you just approach the property and you begin to break down? I refuse to agree. I have not heard from the judges, and I have not heard from the judges, that a judge will be told that agencies of government have a warrant to search his premises, and he will say, no, you will not.
When he has something to hide, he will say that.
How would you know
if he has something to hide, he will say that.
I'm coming.
Let's take this call.
How would you know he has said that? How would you know he has said that?
Hello. Babalola, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
All right, let's take your comment.
To Barrister Yola.
Okay.
Barrister, do you know the basic problem of this country is you, Judiciary? We people trusted in you. The last hope of this ordinary man in this country is on your hand. And people, you, in one way or the other, you let the man down, and you know the right thing. You won't say it. The problem of this country is Judiciary. Now,
the president said so many months back.
And do the right thing. Hello?
We can hear you.
And do the right thing. Yes, you people now you come out. You are saying the way they arrested those people is bad. They molested them, and people supreme to more than. No, we are defending. It's not because you people are lawyers or you are the law making people. So it's not supposed to be so. You people should have the same mind with ordinary man. The way you people see yourself, you see yourself as a God. So we ordinary citizens. Please allow the DSS to go on with their investigation.
All right, thank you very much, Babalola. Well said. Well said.
Let me clarify something.
Okay.
People have been labeling judiciary as the problem of Nigeria. It's not true. As far as corruption cases are concerned, judges do not just sentence people because there's media sensation. There must be something in that file. There must be evidence. If there's no evidence, no matter how much you give that issue sensation, the judge would not say, oh, in the media they are calling you a thief, therefore you are a thief. We should be asking questions. Who is the civil servant in the Ministry of Justice, in whatever department, taking Nigeria's salary and going to court, having his case dismissed for want of diligent prosecution? Who is that civil servant? Because I can tell you for real that out of 100 of these high-profile cases, 85% are dismissed for want of diligent prosecution. What do you want the judge to do?
The issue is,
look,
by the time you are using technicality to dismiss high-profile cases.
Because we have a very short time left.
My brother, there is an underlying factor.
Let me land on this issue.
Arvan, we have a very hold on. We have a very short time on the show, so I want us to quickly start making out exactly. So
in other jurisdictions, when you are arrested, maybe by the police or by the FBI, they show you what you have. You on your own will say, yes, I am guilty.
I'm guilty. Okay, but one of the judges actually said that. One of the judges actually said that. Okay.
And I've been recommended for prosecution by the police.
Okay, let's take this last call, and then we can round up quickly. Hello, David, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I'm very fine.
All right, you're on live. Let's quickly take your comment.
Barrister Yola. You see, there's something I really want you to understand.
Yes, please.
Unless if you don't want to tell us the truth.
You see?
Or we don't want the progress of this country. You see, the problem of Nigeria lies in the judiciary. Because look at the issue of the man that his house was burgled. And I think probably they got some money. You see, the DSS are working with time and information. There is every probability that if they allow that man, if they give him another second, there's possibility that every information that was
all evidences would have been removed.
So I don't want us to put the blame on the DSS or anybody. You see, they are doing their work. That's the best way they can do it. You see, I just want you, the judiciary, to support this country. A lot of cases have been penned down because of this issue of sorry to say, bribing here, keeping people here, turning cases upside down, all sorts of things. Please, you guys know the judiciary do his work. Let Nigeria move forward and let judiciary do the proper thing
so that we can all end up where, I mean, this man has promised us to take us to. God bless you.
Thank you very much, David. Now, we have to go. We don't have time. Hold on.
Is there a problem if our president
yes.
does his job according to our law? Look, Nigeria is still operating an old law. Okay. In Nigeria, criminal cases is based on proof beyond reasonable doubt.
Okay.
The state need to prove beyond reasonable doubt.
Okay.
We should go away from that method.
All right.
Let the accused person in corruption-related cases establish the disparity in his income.
Okay. Alban, your last word. Where is this taking us to?
We have, to me, we have to, divide two groups of people now. I think I belong to the two groups. One, the group that hate corruption.
Okay.
I will be happy, something is being done to the high. Then the other group that also love due process. I also belong to that group. Okay. You know, whenever you destroy due process to kill corruption, you are killing the system. Okay. So if the man at the head of the affair is no longer there, we fall back again to
where we started from. Thank you so very much, gentlemen. I mean, it's been a very robust discussion on CROSSFIRE today, and thanks to everyone who has been a part of our show and people who are part of the production. We'll go now, but we'll be back tomorrow. You want to join us? 9 to 10 a.m. is the time. Join us for another very wonderful package. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Thanks, gentlemen. I mean, thanks so much.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.